Okay, so today we're diving into this Crises Control SOS panic button app,
Okay.
and we've got some excerpts from the app description.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, looks pretty fascinating, and I thought we could just kind of take a look and
Sure.
see how this thing works and what it's all about.
Yeah, what are the features and, why would anyone really need this thing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, who is this for? And, what's the point?
Right.
One of the things that jumped out at me right away was that
Yeah.
it's not just like a call for help button,
Yeah.
it seems like it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, it seems like they're really trying to kind of think through
Yeah.
like all the different situations and how to keep people safe.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they're really thinking about like what it's like to be in a real scary situation. Like they
Okay.
talk about this one-touch activation,
Oh, yeah.
and it seems so simple, but I was thinking like when you're in a moment of panic,
Oh, for sure.
like being able to just hit one button, right, and know that help is on the way.
Yeah.
That could be huge.
It's like you don't have to think.
Yeah.
You just boom, push the button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they talk about how it sends notifications straight to emergency responders
Yeah.
with your GPS location.
So you don't even have to, like,
Yeah.
if you can't talk.
Exactly. You don't have to be able to say where you are.
Right.
They know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Which is
You don't have to find like an address or try to describe landmarks or anything like that.
exactly. And they even mention different callback methods like call, text, or even both.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like they're considering,
Right, different situations might.
yeah, different situations call for different kinds of communication.
Absolutely.
And I also noticed they kept saying like always available, always reliable, whether you're like on site, off site, even in another country.
Right, so it's not just limited to a specific
Yeah.
location or anything.
Yeah, it made me think about like if you're traveling for work
Oh, totally.
and you're in a place you don't know.
Yeah, like you're not familiar with the area.
Yeah, and you're feeling kind of vulnerable.
Right.
Just knowing you have that in your pocket
Could be a real lifesaver.
could be really reassuring.
Definitely.
So let's get into some of the specific features.
Okay, yeah, let's break it down.
Because there's a bunch here.
Hmm.
And there's one that really caught my eye, these silent push notifications.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds
That's a good one.
almost like a secret, like a modern-day distress signal.
Right, it's discreet.
Yeah. And I was thinking in situations where, like, making a phone call could actually be dangerous.
Totally.
This could be a way to get help without,
Yeah, without alerting whoever
yeah.
the
yeah,
potential threat is.
Exactly.
Like if you're in a situation with harassment
Yeah.
or something, you might not want to draw attention.
Exactly. And then
Yep.
there's this other feature called Track Me,
Oh, right.
which sounds super useful, especially like for people working alone
Mhm.
or in dangerous places. And they also talk about all these customization options,
Yeah, I saw that.
which makes sense because like every organization is different.
Right.
So what are some ways you could see that being useful? Like how could an organization customize this?
Well, you can imagine like a hospital.
Okay.
They might want different alert levels, like a code blue
Oh, right.
for a medical emergency versus like a security alert
Okay.
for a disturbance or something.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Or a company with employees out in the field
Yeah.
could have it set up so the alerts go to specific people
Oh, okay.
who are trained to respond in those situations.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not just like a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
It can really be tailored to whatever
Exactly.
the need is.
They're flexible.
Okay, and then they mentioned data security,
Of course.
which is super important with this kind of sensitive information.
Absolutely.
And they say they use SSL encryption for everything.
Which you would hope for.
Yeah, this seems like a...
You want to know that your information is being handled properly.
Right.
Especially in an emergency situation.
Exactly. Yeah, you're already stressed out.
You don't need to worry about that on top of everything else.
Okay, so how does this thing actually work? Like, how do you use it?
Well, it seems pretty straightforward.
Okay.
You open the app,
Mhm.
hit the panic button,
Okay.
choose how you want to be contacted.
Like call or text.
Right. And then send the alert. I think the simplicity is key because you know
Yeah.
when you're panicking, you can't think straight.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
it needs to be easy to use.
Yeah, you don't want to be fumbling around.
Right, exactly.
Trying to figure out.
Especially in a high-stress situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
So we've talked about some of the benefits, like the silent alarms,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it works anywhere in the world.
Global reach?
Yeah, the location tracking.
So responders can find you.
Mm-hmm. And the ability to actually talk to someone.
Right, for direct support.
But they also mentioned this full case history feature.
Oh, yeah.
What's that about?
Well, It sounds like it allows the organization to track past incidents
Okay.
so they can analyze the data,
Oh, interesting.
look for patterns.
So it's not just about responding to an emergency.
Right.
It's about learning from it.
Exactly. So they can improve safety protocols.
Oh, that's so clever.
Like, imagine the app shows a bunch of alerts coming from a certain area,
Okay.
like a dimly lit parking lot or something. They might decide to invest in better lighting.
Oh, that's a good example.
So you're going from reactive to proactive.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So this app it's really more than just a panic button.
Yeah, it's a whole system.
Yeah. It's about empowering individuals to feel safe
Right.
and giving organizations the tools to actually.
Create a safer environment,
Yeah.
which is huge.
That's really cool. And it kind of makes me wonder,
Yeah.
like, beyond just the safety aspect,
Right.
what kind of impact could this have on a workplace culture?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, would employees feel more valued,
Yeah.
knowing
Yeah.
that their company cares about their well-being?
Definitely something to think about.
Yeah. It's pretty thought-provoking. Yeah. And as always, we encourage everyone to,
Keep digging.
do your own research.
Explore those questions.
Yeah. And think about what this means for you.
Right. Because it could be different for every situation.
Exactly. That's what makes these deep dives so fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, that was fun. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you later.